For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FIFA 22 Ultimate Team coins, then please do check out u7buy.com. Link is down in the description below, and also use the code WOLF at the checkout for 5% off your order. Yes then YouTube, we are back, a brand new formation. I don't think I've ever done a custom tactics video on this formation, but before we get started guys, if you want to drop a like on the video for me, that would mean the world, and also hit that subscribe button to my channel. It is free to do so, and honestly it would mean the world. We're well on the way to 25k, so do it, please, please, please. So here we are. I was watching the E-World Cup, which I'm guessing a lot of you guys, well, maybe not a lot, but maybe some of you guys were watching over the weekend. And I saw a lot of the pros using the 5-2-1-2, which, if any of you have used the 3-5-2 or the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, very similar, because you do have that little triangle up front with the two strikers and that cam dropping deep. Well, not dropping deep, but just behind. And then also you do have the width because of the player instructions that I do put on. So I used it this weekend league. Did hit rank 1. This is my road to glory, so they do work on both new gen and old gen. Remember, my pay to win is on old gen, and my road to glory that you're seeing right now is new gen. They work on both, so have some fun with these custom tactics and this new formation. It is the 5-2-1-2. Very good, man. I was shocked at how good it is. Genuinely, I was shocked. I actually found it a lot better than the 3-5-2, which is a current favourite formation of mine at the minute. 3-5-2, 4-3-2-1 and 4-2-2 are probably the three best. But this, I think this is right up there with number one. Honestly, I think this formation is unbelievable. So, the custom tactics to use, YouTube. In the defensive style, you are going to want to have balance. Remember, I don't use anything other than balanced. A press after possession loss and pressure on heavy touch are good. But the thing is with them, they're very heavy. They're like heavily AI influenced. So, say your team decides to press and you're not ready for that. Well, then you need to switch on very quickly in terms of like trying to defend it. So I don't really use them unless it's like my YOLO custom tactics. So I do play balanced, a balanced style where your team presses the ball to the middle of the pitch and your team's shape is neutral. Very good, always is. Balanced does what it says on the tin. The width, this is where it does get interesting. Okay, so 50 is the normal. I lower this right the way down to 45. I found out, and let me know in the comment section if you guys do agree or disagree with this. I've actually found out the more narrow your team is on the defensive width, the harder you are to break down. Basically, your team will become more compact, leaving you guys hard, like making your opponent struggle more to break you down, kind of thing. Because you've got more players in the box defending, you're harder to break down. So very simple. So 45 on the width, the depth. So remember, 50 is the natural one. I play with the depth on 60. Remember, this is a 5-back. So we do have that defensive security of, we can afford to be a little bit higher than what we would normally play. I would probably normally play around about like 55. 55 is normally my normal depth. Maybe if I'm feeling a bit YOLO-ish, I'd go up to like a 62 or something. But with a 5-back, we are playing 5 at the back, remember. You'll see with the player instructions, it doesn't attack like a 5 at the back though. But we are still playing 5 at the back in terms of like the defensive side of the game. So 60 on the depth. Push your defensive line a little bit higher than it would normally be. You'll reap the rewards from that. Trust me, trust me, trust me. I think as long as you guys are anywhere between 50 and 65, you won't go too far wrong. Like have a little play around, see what works for you. If you do struggle defensively, maybe like just lower it to like a 55 kind of thing. Maybe that would help. But for me, I like to be aggressive and on the front foot with the defending. So 45 on the width along with 60 on the depth. The build-up play, of course, is going to be balanced. I will never, ever, ever venture too far away from balance. Like ever, 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 really. Excuse me, I just burped. I need to edit that out. I do apologise. Long ball, like I do always say though, long ball is a viable option. 1 trillion billion% long ball is good, but I prefer balanced. It really is just that simple. Long ball, good. Balance better. For me, if you're guys... Actually, though, one thing I would say, if you guys are struggling in terms of, like, creating opportunities while playing the 5-2-1-2, maybe give the long ball a go. But for me, and for most of you guys, balanced. Of course, you guessed it. I should have it printed on my t-shirt at this point. Get it tattooed across my chest. Direct passing. I'm never going to change from it. It's so broken. It does work on new gen and old gen. I've had a couple of comments from you guys regarding, does direct passing work on old gen? It does. I will have to admit, though, it's not as effective on old gen on my pay to win, but it is still good on old gen. So do still use the direct passing. You will never, ever, ever go too far wrong with that. Believe you me. So the attacking width, 53. I know that's weird. I know it's random, but basically what I want my left wing back and my right wing back just to be a little bit wider than they would normally. And I want my two strikers to just ever so slightly go a little bit wider, creating a lot more space in for that number 10 in that cam role that we do have in a 5-2-1-2. So yeah. Oh, sorry, I just smacked my mic. So 53 on the width. Players in the box, 7. It's always going to be 7. Why? The more players in the box, the more likely you are to score a goal. It really is that simple. That's how I use it. More players in the box, more likely you are to score a goal. Simple. Use it. Use your brain. Use it. And then last but not least, if you're going to take anything, and I mean anything from this video, lower your corners and free kicks down from 3-3 to 2-2. It'll help you out in terms of like stop you getting counter-attacked on when you do have your own corner and own free kick. Trust me. So, how do I set my team up on a road to glory in the 5-2-1-2? Sane and Silas up front, Messi in the cam position, De Bruyne and Kohler as my two centre mids. I do then play Team of the Season Zaha as my left wing back, and then Team of the Year Hakimi as my right wing back. You're going to want very pacey and players that can attack in that left wing back and right wing back position. So someone like a Team of the Year or Team of the Season Cancelo would be perfect for that left wing back, you know what I'm saying? So a player that can defend, but also I want them to be good in attack because I use my left wing back and right wing back a lot in the attacking third of the game. So let's get into the player instructions on the 5-2-1-2. Get in behind and stay central on both my strikers. That is it. So stay central. They will stay in central areas of the pitch. And getting behind, I always put getting behind on my strikers. I just think it works best, really. It really is just, I just think that having both strikers and getting behind, I just seem to score more goals from it. Really is that simple. So yeah, stay central though. You'll see me on a lot of my custom tactics now have it on. I just feel like I score more goals with it. So that's why I use it on my two strikers. My cam is then on stay forward and on getting to the box for cross. Whenever I'm playing like a narrow, well I say like narrow, this isn't a narrow, but whenever I'm playing a cam behind two strikers, I will the majority of the time have him on stay forward. So I always have that triangle for the counter attack. Very, very, very effective. And getting to the box for cross, like I said like a couple of seconds ago, the more players you have in the box, the more likely you are to score a goal. It's just simple maths, really. I leave both of my centre mids on completely default settings, but I have the most defensive one on stay back while attacking. So Kohler would be my one on stay back while attacking, and then I would leave my De Bruyne, who's a little bit more attacking, just on completely default, but put him on cover centre. I then have my left wing back on join the attack, very important, and overlap. And that is exactly the same for my right wing back as well. So join the attack and overlap. Very important, I think, that you use that, by the way. Very, very, very important that you have them on join the attack, or else it just won't work going forward. And then last but not least, comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there is my 5-2-1-2 custom tactics for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please, please, please make sure to drop a like on it. Hit that subscribe button to my channel and drop a comment down below, and I will reply to all the comments. Thank you for watching, guys. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.